Is Fidelity's cash management account the best international bank account? Or is the Charles Schwab bank account a better option for international banking? The Fidelity Cash Management Account pays 2.72% APY. So it's not the highest rate that's out there right now, but it does come with a lot of perks that most bank accounts don't have. Most bank accounts, brick and mortar accounts, are not going to pay 2.72%. They're going to pay way less than that. What do you also get with this? You also get $5 million in FDIC insurance, and they'll put them in different accounts up to $5 million. Most bank accounts will not do up to $5 million. No account fees or minimums, digital wallet, secure debit card. And the thing about the debit card with this one is you get unlimited ATM fees reimbursed globally. Most of them will do it in the US, but not globally. With this Fidelity Cash Management Account, you can take the debit card, take money out at pretty much any ATM around the world, and they'll pay the fees for that. Now, it does have a downside that the Schwab one doesn't have. It has a debit card, but it has a 1% foreign transaction fee when you make a purchase. This fee doesn't apply for ATM cash withdrawals. As far as I know, it's only for the debit card purchases. And from what I've read online, a lot of people are not even charged this 1% fee for foreign transactions when they're using it to make purchases. So it's in writing, so just assume that it's going to be a fee, but some people are saying that they weren't charged a 1% fee for purchases. An update to the 1% fee, I did receive official word from Fidelity via a Reddit post, and it said the Fidelity Cash Management Account may include a 1% foreign transaction fee for international ATM withdrawals and merchant purchases. So apparently the 1% does apply to ATM withdrawals and purchases. So this is kind of contrary to what people were saying, that people are saying that ATM withdrawals were not including the 1%. So I'm still not sure, but officially there is a fee. So it may, according to this, it's even sort of cryptic. It says this charge may apply whether or not there is a currency conversion. You know, whether this is a definitive charge or whether they do it sometimes and not others, I'm not sure. But reading this, it looks like it would be every charge. But from what I'm seeing, people are saying that it's not every time. And then I read somewhere else that this fee may not post after the first charge. It may actually take a couple days after that for it to post. So would this change my opinion of Fidelity as the best international bank? I think it definitely would change my opinion. I mean, I would say Schwab is probably going to be the better one then. If there's a 1% fee on ATM withdrawals and purchases, international purchases consistently. If it's not charged consistently, then I would say Fidelity still has a chance. Here's an example of foreign transaction fees by bank or credit union. Bank of America, 3%. And then there's $5 plus 3% for a foreign ATM withdrawal cost. Most of these here are 3%. Chase, Citi, 3%. And they're charging a dollar fee on top of that. So Schwab and Fidelity are the most competitive out of all these. Even Navy Federal Credit Union is 1%, and then $1 plus 1%. 3%. Most of them are 3%, and they're charging a fee on top of that. So Fidelity's 1% is still pretty good. And from what I understand, some people are saying they may not even charge a 1%. So it says in the terms, it says may charge. So it doesn't say will charge for Fidelity. Now you also get the regular nice interface you get with the Fidelity brokerage account. You get basically log into the same system. All the accounts are linked, so you can easily link. You can deposit checks, do bill pay. In 2023, Best Cash Management Account by Forbes magazine. If you already have a Fidelity brokerage account, you can have a cash management account. You can also have a Fidelity Bloom account because I have all three accounts. Now what you also get with this, now I actually looked online on a Reddit post and I looked at, some reasons why people would use a cash management account over a Fidelity brokerage account, which pays around 5% interest, which is much more. With the cash management account, you get FDIC insurance, which is a better option than the SIPC. You can link this Fidelity Cash Management Account to an outside bank account, and if for some reason you were to overdraft the account, there's not going to be any fees. It'll just pull money from those accounts. Now, I did see someone's post on Reddit. The person's main reason for using a Fidelity Cash Management Account, he mentioned, was the self-funded overdraft protection. So Fidelity has a no-fee overdraft protection, and a lot of banks will charge you a fee if they do an overdraft. What is so great about this one is there's no fee, and also they say that it relies on your funded accounts, so bank accounts that you have linked. So in the event of an overdraft, the cash manager will draw on available cash, available margin, and non-core money market funds in your designated Fidelity funding accounts up to $99,999.99 per day. Cash management will draw only enough cash to prevent a negative account balance. Now, another question here is asked, how does Cash Manager's free self-funded overdraft protection differ from an overdraft protection at my bank? The Cash Manager overdraft protection is provided by moving funds from your funding account so quickly that no overdraft actually occurs. Typically, with a bank, overdraft protection is provided by tapping into a line of credit once an overdraft occurs. So they're saying that theirs is faster. So although I don't plan on using this, it is nice knowing that that feature is available. With Fidelity, you get very easy to use bill pay where you can easily pay for bills. With Fidelity, you can easily link bank accounts, and they allow a large list of bank accounts. I probably have 20 bank accounts and credit unions listed, and I can still keep adding more. So it's very easy to add bank accounts. I've never had issues adding bank accounts like I have with the Wealthfront cash account, which wouldn't allow me to add a lot of different bank accounts. You can also send money from Fidelity to a payment app such as PayPal. Fidelity also has very high transfer limits. So for a regular ACH transfer, there's no fee. There's a very high $100,000 daily withdrawal limit and a $250,000 deposit limit every day. So more than enough. And once you add a bank account, usually there's no waiting period. You can add the bank the same day and send money the same day. There's not a delay where a lot of banks will hold the account for so many days before they'll allow you to send the money or transfer money out. Now, as far as a hold period goes, when you set up a new account, a lot of banks will require holding the money for a week or something before you can transfer it out. I haven't seen this from Fidelity. I've added banks the same day, transferred money, no problems whatsoever. But they do have listed in writing here, transfers into a Fidelity account, $250 or less processing time, same day. And then under withdrawals, now this is actually pretty conservative. I've actually seen same day ACH. So if I transfer money to a Fidelity account and I do it in the morning, it'll be there typically by the afternoon. And I've seen that many times. Now it does show available after hold time, but I haven't seen that in real life. I haven't seen a hold time from my end whenever I've done anything. But I have seen hold times with other banks, including Schwab, where if you create a new account, you go to withdraw. It took about 7 days before I was able to take money out of a Schwab account, when the same account I basically added to Fidelity and I was able to transfer the same day or the next day. By the way, if you're not happy with the annual percentage yield that Fidelity Cash Management Account pays, you could easily sign up with the Cash Management Account and then also sign up with the Fidelity Brokerage Account. With the Fidelity Brokerage Account, you have the option of the Fidelity Government Money Market Fund, also known as SPAX, SPAXX. It pays a current 7-day yield of 5.01% APY. And you can easily transfer money between the Fidelity Cash Management Account and the Fidelity Brokerage Account. You can basically instantaneously transfer money between the Cash Management Account and the Fidelity Brokerage Account. Another great thing about Fidelity is their customer service is top-notch. If you go to the Contact Us, and you can contact them via virtual chat, live chat, or you can call them, and they're open 24/7. When you speak with somebody, at least in my case, it's always been an English-speaking person. I didn't notice any strange accents or dialects. They're very friendly, and they generally get to the question. And their phone system will recognize your voice, and so you don't have to, verify your account number 10 different ways when it could easily recognize your voice. Fidelity also has a Reddit page that they monitor, and the Fidelity reps will also answer questions on Reddit, so that's very helpful also. How does the Fidelity Cash Management Account compare with Schwab Bank for an international bank account? So Schwab has a savings account and a checking account. They both pay only about 0.45 to 0.48%. The higher one is the savings account. They both give you the free ATM reimbursement. So you get ATM fee-free reimbursements worldwide and no foreign transaction fees. So that's where Schwab wins, is there's no foreign transaction fees on the debit card for either the checking account or the savings account. So if it were me, I'd probably go with the savings account between the Schwab Bank Investor Savings Account or the Schwab Bank Investor Checking Account. I'd probably go with the savings because it's a little bit of a higher yield. The downside of the Schwab accounts is they only pay about 0.45 to 0.48% versus about 2.5% with the Fidelity Cash Management Account. And if we compare it to the brokerage account, the Fidelity brokerage account pays 5% APY right now with their money market fund, SPACs. So I would say if you only wanted one account and you're using the debit card overseas, if you only want one account and you're doing foreign debit transactions overseas and you're taking a lot of money out from the ATM, then maybe the Schwab account would be better than Fidelity. I think for a lot of people, the Fidelity Cash Management Account will be the better option. With Schwab, you get FDIC insurance, just like with the Fidelity Cash Management Account, but this is only up to $250,000. It's not up to $5 million like you get with Fidelity. Just like Fidelity, Schwab also has bill pay, so you get bill pay just like you do with Fidelity. Here's another downside with Schwab. They have lots of holds and restrictions, so it's more difficult to add a bank account than it is with Fidelity. They will often put holds on the account once you've added a new account. So it says for new clients less than 30 days, there's a hold on the first $5,525. There's a 5-day hold on the remaining deposit. So if you make a deposit, it's going to take about 7 days. I remember I was waiting about 7 days because this is business day. So it's probably going to take, Monday through Friday, and probably won't be through Monday that the money would be available. So I definitely don't like this holding the money thing that Schwab does. Another thing I've noticed about Schwab is that their ACH transfers are much slower than Fidelity. So once I started using Fidelity, I would notice that I would make a transfer in the morning, it would be there in the afternoon. With Schwab, it would be, 3 or 4 days, it would seem like. So instead of the same day, it's like 4 days. So that became very annoying. So that's another reason why I prefer Fidelity. Also, with the Fidelity Cash Management Account, if you link up with the other Fidelity products, it's a better ecosystem. There's lots of competitive Fidelity products other than the Cash Management Account. However, if you have a Charles Schwab account, if you have a Charles Schwab Investor Savings Account or the Charles Schwab Investor Checking Account, and you link to the Schwab Brokerage account, their account's not as good as Fidelity. So they have a lot of hidden fees. Now, it may look good at the surface. You see $0 trade, $0 minimum. But when you start looking deeply into it, like I have, you'll see that there's pay for order flow. There's a lot more hidden fees than what Fidelity has. Fidelity has hardly any hidden fees as far as I could tell, whereas Schwab has a lot more fees. So you're getting a better deal all around, I think, with Fidelity over Schwab. If we look at the ATM fee reimbursement, the Fidelity Cash Management Account says all ATM charges are reimbursed. If we look at the Fidelity account, the brokerage account, all other account owners, no reimbursement. So there's no ATM fee reimbursement for regular brokerage account holders of Fidelity. Now, there are some exceptions. If you have a Fidelity account premium, active trader, VIP, private client group, wealth management, or former youth accounts, then all ATM fees are reimbursed. The same goes with the Fidelity Youth account. All ATM charges are reimbursed. But for everyone else, it says no reimbursement. So that's definitely where the cash management account shows its benefit, is with the ATM fees. By the way, if you want to see the hidden fees that I'm talking about with brokerage accounts, please look for the link below on my video, Hidden Brokerage Fees You Should Look Out For. I did an in-depth review of all of the different fees, mostly hidden fees for the various accounts. And although Charles Schwab is not the worst, it's not the best either. So Vanguard and Fidelity were the best. And Charles Schwab has a transfer out fee. It's got the lower interest rates. You're going to get less return on your money for the money that's just sitting in the account. And there's payment for order flow, whereas Vanguard and Fidelity don't receive payment for order flow. There's some other things too. So check that video out for that. By the way, if you have a Wealthfront cash account and you're trying to add a Fidelity brokerage account bank to Wealthfront, you're not going to be able to. At least in my case, I haven't been able to. And if you have a Fidelity Brokerage account and you're trying to add a Wealthfront cash account to the Fidelity interface, it won't allow you to also. So you're kind of stuck. So the solution I found is in the Wealthfront interface, add the Fidelity Cash Management Account bank account. And then once you add that bank account, it will show up as UMB Bank. That's the bank that Fidelity uses for their cash management account. Then you'll be able to move money between Wealthfront and Fidelity. By the way, I have a referral deal with Raisin, formerly known as Save Better, where you can get a $25 bonus starting at $25 upwards to over a $125 bonus by signing up with a Raisin account and depositing at least $5,000 for 90 days. And you can do any of these products that they have. So you could do their savings, high yield CDs, or no penalty CDs. Without any special codes, you could sign up with the Western Alliance right now. This is an online savings account, 5.32%. With $5,000, keep it there 90 days, and then take the money out. You get a $25 bonus. Annualized, that would put it at over 7.32% if you kept it there just 90 days. Also, you could do the high yield CD. They have a 3-month CD, 5.51%. You get the $25 on top of that. Or there's a no penalty CD. You could do a 5-month CD, 5.4%. That's not too bad. All these are protected by the FDIC or the NCUA, the National Credit Union Administration. So very safe. So how do you do this deal? You click on my link, you select the products that you want, register a Raisin account, and in the referral code, you enter my code. Deposit at least $5,000 and maintain that amount for 90 days to qualify. Anyways, check for the link in the description for that.